Greetings and salutations, Geek Nation. We are your co-hosts, Rob and Chris. Welcome back. And in this particular episode, we're going to be talking about WandaVision. He and I, we've been trying to get this recorded and having a little bit of technical difficulties, but I think this time we're going to be able to get this done and give our thoughts. I have my co-host Chris on the line. And Chris, do me a favor and give me your initial thoughts on the series WandaVision.
My initial thoughts is one of the best Marvel series that they've made so far, and they've made a lot. They've made maybe 24 Marvel film or TV shows of some sort, and this is up there in the top 10.
Oh, love it. All right. Oh, you love the detail, the storytelling that they're doing, huh?
Yeah, I do. I like that they're using the format to tell the story. They're using the time they have to tell a bigger story that can be told on film, because you have to get to the point on film. But in the serialized format, you can take a longer time, take a beat to tell a story. And hopefully all these things that they're doing on these first two episodes will pay off in the rest.
You know, you make a very good point, because you are right. With film, you know, you do have to tell the story really quick. You gotta, there's a lot of details that you just can't afford to, because time won't allow. There's a lot of details you can't really get into. And so this is a huge opportunity for them to, really flesh out characters. And you know what? I really think it's going to be an awesome tool to be able to, how can I say this, tell a better story in the theater. And what I mean is that a lot of the groundwork can be done in these in a serialized version. When you have this, you have the Falcon and Winter Soldier, you'll have Loki and all that. So there's a lot of things that won't be necessary for them to say or show or go into detail, because time won't allow. They won't have to do that, because a lot of that dirty work will be done in the in the series.
Right. Not only is Marvel character world building, their character building.
Yes.
They're putting these characters that have been in multiple movies,
mm-hmm.
and giving them a chance for their stories to be told, for us to get to know them. Because we know who Steve Rogers is, we know who Thor is, we know who
Tony
Iron Man is.
Yep.
But we've only had a handful of scenes with Wanda, a handful of scenes with Vision, same with Bucky and Winter Soldier. And what they're doing on Disney Plus is giving us a chance to see these characters and learn about them and grow with them. So when we go see them in the movies, it's something special, because we watch them grow to who they become.
That's brilliant. I actually like that point. You're right. Some of the, I guess, B-level, I don't necessarily want to say that, because I don't think like Loki is a B-level character, but I think someone like Falcon is kind of a B-level character. I think a character like Wanda is kind of like a catalyst, to other characters, like Doctor Strange, in the Multiverse of Madness, she'll be a catalyst for bringing in, the mutants and things like that. So I think, some of these other characters will get a chance, as you said, get a chance to shine, and we'll get to know them a little bit more. I think that's important. I think that's really good.
Definitely. And that brings it back to the show. We're also getting updates on characters that have been in the movies in some fashion, and they're brought into this show. We've seen that. We're learning how they've grown, how they've progressed. We saw Monica as a kid, and now she's an adult.
Yes.
We saw Jimmy trying to copy Scott and learning close-up street magic. Now that's how he's introducing his business card to Monica later on. So there's growth of characters. Darcy from Thor and Thor Dark World is now a doctor.
Yes.
And running her own thing. And I appreciate that they're letting the world grow. They're letting it change, which is something that you don't see a lot of in comic books. You'll see change and they kick it back to status quo. There's no continuous change in the comic. It has to go back to status quo. But in this, they're letting these characters grow for the first time.
I know. I do like that. And I think, especially like in episode 4, when they're letting us know, hey, what happened to the people, when they, got snapped, or, as they were returning. And so, full disclosure, if you guys haven't seen the first 4 episodes of WandaVision, this is totally going to be a spoiler, but if you have Disney Plus, then where have you been? But No, I like that when people were coming back into existence, and I'm like, what, So that was pretty amazing with that, and I agree with you. I like how they bring Darcy in, and she has grown. She's a doctor now. She's full pro, full, PhD, obviously. I like that, and I like some of these lesser characters. I like what they're doing, with Monica Rambeau. I don't know if she's gonna, I don't know if she's going to be. I mean, obviously, she had the mantle of, Captain Marvel, but she's not going to do that because it's going to confuse a ton of people. So I don't know if they're going to do Spectrum or. I mean, where do you think they're going with that?
If you look at the plaque that's dedicated to her mother, you're going to see it's obviously she's going to be Photon. That's
okay.
Her mother's call sign.
Okay, got you.
And that was one of her names in the comics.
That's true, because she had like 3 or 4 or something like that. Captain Marvel, Photon, Spectrum, absolutely. So that's good. That's good. I like they are developing and introducing us to some, or letting us get to know some of these characters and stuff. And hey, who knows? We might even see Hawkeye's daughter. Well, actually, Hawkeye, he's gonna get his own series too. Man, wow. That's just something.
And there's one thing that I don't think everybody's caught yet in this WandaVision thing.
What's that?
This is not a spoiler because it's a theory. The way the episode 4 ended when she said Wanda's behind everything, she's absolutely wrong.
What do you mean?
It's not Wanda.
Who is it?
The neighbor woman.
I've been trying to figure out who she is. What's your theory on that?
I think she's trying to help Wanda, but I think this is all something they're doing to reconnect those last synapses in the Vision's brain to bring him back to life.
Okay. Interesting theory. Interesting. I like that. Okay. That is possible. That's certainly possible. I'll give you that.
And another thing is that if reality is being manipulated, I'm betting when they get to past the 80s and 90s in this TV show, they're gonna come up with the Sun Gem.
Sun Gem?
Yes.
Explain.
The crystal that was in Vision's head in the movies is not the same crystal that's in Vision's head in the comics.
Correct.
In the comics, it's a sunstone.
Okay.
And that helps power him and absorb solar radiation to keep him powered, etc. I think they're going to bring that out to replace the Mind Stone and to power him and keep him going.
That would be cool if it did do that. If it can absorb solar radiation. And
the creation of it is also going to create photons.
Okay, I got you. I like that. If she's if she's involved with that, that's a good theory. Yeah. I like that. That is good. All right. Well, I mean, I'm looking for. Oh, do you know? Because I don't know, so I'm asking. Do you know how many episodes it's supposed to be? Is it going to be ongoing, or is there a finite number of episodes?
I think Disney likes to do 12 episodes. I'm not sure how many it is, but I know it's just all of the Marvel series are limited series as far as I know.
Yeah, that's what I heard. I didn't know if it was 12 or 16 or 10 or I didn't know how many episodes it was.
They build up a movie and then they go to the next thing.
Yeah, that's what it seems like. And you hit on something too. That is another tool that they're using to promote the movie, right? Because when a movie comes out, you're like, okay, I've been watching this series. I am invested. I want to see what happens next. So then the movie comes out, and then after that, if they continue the series, they have to jump past the movie because they got us up to that point. Yeah. So when they come back, they got to get past the movie, and it's like, okay, wow. So this is, what I'm excited about is that just nothing like this has ever been done before on this scale, to go back and forth, from a movie to a series and these spinoffs and everything. I just think, Marvel is just
tried it. That's what Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. was initially supposed to do, but at the last moment they swapped that. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.'s first 2 seasons interacted with the movies where it could.
That's true. I've seen a little bit because I've seen a lot of the first 2 seasons, and then I kind of got off of it. But yeah, because they went away, just like Lady Sif or whatever, because she was in so she was there, and she was like,
Nick
okay.
Fury was there.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm like, what? So that's kind of cool. You felt connected. But speaking of that, and I'm gonna circle back to WandaVision so we can close it out. But I'm hearing some noise about them trying to incorporate some of the other street level heroes into the MCU. With your Daredevils, Luke Cage. Did you have Jessica Jones? Are you hearing any of that?
I heard that they were doing that, but not in the TV shows. I heard they were going to try to put Daredevil in one of the upcoming movies.
Yeah,
a cameo.
I heard he's going to cameo as maybe Peter Parker's lawyer. Maybe
that would be cool.
Yeah, that's what.
And another thing is, they're also it appears early rumors say they're in talks to bring back Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. in some fashion, but truer to what they were trying to do with the ABC version.
That would be good. That would be a good thing, because I would like them to, kind of stick with, you know what I'm saying? It's like you said, it seemed like they were disassociated after about the first 2 seasons. It just seemed a little disassociated,
Yeah, it was a breakup, because after they had to kill off people for the S.H.I.E.L.D. is infected with the Hydra parts of Captain America.
Mm-hmm.
The TV and the movie branches kind of separated a bit. So the TV went out to do what they could, and they weren't getting information to incorporate the movie stuff anymore.
Okay.
So they stopped.
Gotcha. Okay, so let's circle back, since this is about WandaVision. Let's just circle back and then we'll close it out. Overall, I say, WandaVision, I am enjoying it, and I did say initially it was, starting off a little, a little slow at first, but you brought me over to your point that, a lot of details needed to, you have the opportunity for all these things to be fleshed out, and I do appreciate that. That was a good point on that. It did pick up around halfway between the 3rd episode and the 4th episode was just awesome. It's just everything just, you're like, oh, okay. Had a lot of epiphanies in that one. So I did enjoy that. Overall, personally, I'm gonna give, the series a thumbs up because of what it's doing, what it's trying to do, and I think they're executing their point. What's your thought?
I completely agree. It's a good series. It's out of all the Marvel series they've done so far, it's in my top 10. Just on the basis of the streak of these 4 episodes alone. And I think it has the potential to not only be much more and go further, I think it has the potential of really changing the game on how we go to the movies, how it becomes an event tied to the series as well as the series or spin-offs from the movies. Kind of like in comics, it'll be, a special event tie-in issue or something like that, and I think that's kind of cool.
Awesome. So you guys heard our thoughts on it. We both love the series. It's basically, it's a so far so good type of thing. We enjoy what they're doing with the series. I hope they continue to do that. And personally, I'm excited to see some more character development. They're well on their way. They're doing a great job. Just want to see that. I like that growth. I like the development. And as Chris pointed out, they have opportunity to give us a lot more details, and they have opportunity to pay attention to some of the lesser known characters, so we can kind of focus in on them. And like I was saying in my original point, is that now when we go to the theater, we have so much backstory and so much character development to take with us when we go back to the theater or wherever it's going to be streaming. And where, there's really we don't have to play catch up or anything. They don't have to narrate to catch us up or anything. They can just keep going in one fluid storytelling motion.
Completely agree.
Awesome. All right, with that, buddy, we are Geek Culture Combat. We are your hosts, Rob and Chris, and we're going to see you on the next one. We're going to bring you guys some more debates with some of your favorite characters from fantasy. We'll see you guys on the next one. Geek Culture Combat.